couple of years ago down in Athens, you know, you get that late series in with Tyler. You guys had some things going in a positive direction. People started comparing you to A.J. Green back then. Just what are some of your memories from that last trip to Athens?
It was real cool. You know, it was a big atmosphere. A sea of red, like Coach said, and it was real competitive. And it was a real fun game. I know I had a breakout game that first one, but it was a real tough loss for us.
How different are you as a football player now compared to where you were then?
I think I'm a better route runner. I think I just matured over the years. Became a team player, focusing on what's happening on the field instead of the crowd.
Now, 2 years later, what do you think about the comparisons to A.J. Green now?
You know, I think people still compare the same things, being tall and skinny, running real fluid, and just going over to get the ball. So I think they still comparing us.
What are your first impressions of the Georgia secondary?
They're good. You know, all of them are experienced. I know they have Malcolm Mitchell coming back there, changing his position from receiver. I know they have a real athletic group back there. Ricardo Rambo's back, so that's going to be real tough.
Did you anticipate them being real physical with you guys, trying to press you a little bit, or do you think they'll be more multiple back?
I can't tell you. They probably going to try to jam us most of the time, but I think they're just going to do a whole bunch of cover 2 days.
How important is it just for the passing game to be clicking against Georgia in a road game? Because that's one of the things you do best. How important is it for you guys to be on the same page?
I think it's going to be real important. I know we had a good running game last week, so I think that's going to open up the running game a lot. So I think that's going to help us out, and everything clicks. I think we got a chance to win it.
How hard is it to? I'm sorry, Jimmy. How hard is it to communicate? You think is it easier to communicate no huddle on the road, or is it going to be challenging to communicate no huddle on the road? Or what?
I think it's going to be okay. We practice it every day, so I think we shouldn't have a problem with it at all.
How good do you think Georgia's defensive backs are?
I think they're real good. You know, they have Ricardo Rambo back there playing safety, experienced corner, so they got a lot of experience back there. It'll give us a good run for our money.
Do you think it's as good a secondary as you've seen?
I think so. I didn't play against them last year, so this is going to be my real first look at the starter playing.
Was your first 100-yard game was against Georgia, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think I got a few lucky passes in there, just due to the quarterback looking for me.
How big is this game, do you think, for Tennessee? You lost at home in an SEC game. How big is this one to get a road win?
It'll be real big to go on the road, win against top 5 teams. So it'll be real great for us to get a win.
How confident are you going into Georgia?
Real confident. I know we got a good team. I think everybody's clicking, everybody's having a good practice. So we have no mental errors and everything. So.
I know Atlanta's a neutral site, but winning against NC State on the road, do you think that helps you going to Georgia?
I think so. You know, big atmosphere again. Basically playing a real good team, good secondary like that, and you just came out there and working, ready to play.
Justin, how much of that stuff that they do on defense is the same stuff y'all face in practice every day?
Basically, it's the same thing. They play same front we do, so basically, I think we're gonna be ready for the defense, like just properly prepared.
How good is that front seven? I know that you're watching the DBs and stuff like that, but they seem to, if there's not time, you can't really run routes to catch the ball. So I mean, how much different stuff do they throw out there?
Man, they got a good linebacker core. You like to disrupt the line, trying to get in Tyler's face. So basically, just really put emphasis on that this week, just trying to pick up the blocking scheme just in time.
What's the step for y'all to take? I mean, you got to go down there, and you're probably going to be at least hanging around for a while. Y'all are making plays back and forth. What's the key to kind of extending that to 60 minutes and playing a football?
Just staying in the game, keeping my head in the game, just focus on the field, don't get any auto clutter on the field. Just make sure we're into our reads and just paying attention to the game.
You said y'all don't want to put everything from the floor game in the rearview mirror, but are there lessons learned from that can help you move forward? I mean, just don't do that stuff again.
Yeah, just basically play 60 minutes. You just can't let the first half determine how the game's going to go. You got to play the whole game.
If you guys continue to develop the running game, how much will that help the passing game just to have some more?
They don't have to worry about a strong running back in the backfield. We got a lot of good running backs back there. So every chance they get, they're going to try to break and do the best they can just to help us out. And when they start clicking, that's when we're going to start clicking.
I know you weren't around for all the games last year, but you were watching. I mean, when your guys' running game was really struggling, did that put too much pressure on the passing game, or do you think it helped to have that kind of balance?
I think so, because I know Derek last year, they had a double team, triple team sometimes. We just had to move them around a lot just to get them open. and running game kind of struggled. So I think this year we had a good running game, so that's gonna help us out.
What have you seen from Georgia on film on defense, Justin, in the secondary specifically?
They fly to the ball. They like play a lot of zone defenses. They press a few times in the boundary, so we're gonna try to take advantage of that and just do what we can in practice to beat it.